let's jump into it. Alright, feel free to make fun of me. Doing these kind of things live is still pretty new to me. Good afternoon and happy Saturday, everybody. My name is Faker, and welcome back to another episode of I Refuse to Read, the series where we sit down and read through some archetypes that we've never read before, often for the first time. Today's episode, we have K9. This is the second archetype in the Justice Hunters pack that I've gone through. I'm really trying to get back into the meta after a long time of being away, and as funny as something like Iron Chain was, you know, experimenting with the crazy power that they're capable of, I really want to sit down and settle into the meta. So I have my description pulled up on YGO Pro here. The only thing that I know about this archetype is that they apparently won Worlds. I think they just won Worlds with the Vanquish Soul engine, and that they got Paradise Smasher banned. Although that sounded like a card that was probably due for a ban at any point anyway. Just like stop making VFDs. So I have very limited knowledge about what these guys do, and I'm excited to get into it. So let's jump in. I'm trying to keep my intros shorter. Like if you look at my YouTube analytics, it's very clear that I lose like 30 to 40% of my viewers in the first 30 seconds, which just goes to show that like my intros are too long. So I'm trying to keep them less long. This is the description that I've got pulled up on Wikipedia right here, and it says, K9 is an archetype of mostly level and rank 5 monsters, except the rank 9 K9X Werewolf, introduced in deck build pack Justice Hunters. We knew that. This is one of the 3 archetypes, along with Draco Tail and Yummy, that was released in that set. And it's crazy. Like, the change that has come to deck build packs over the past, like, year or two has been phenomenal. I think that they're really doing a good job with the design and the competitive impact of these sets. Alright. K9 is named after K9 police dogs, yeah, I'm sure, which is itself a homophone of the word canine, referring to members of, canine, subfamily that encompasses dog-like animals. The names of some of the archetype's XYZ monsters, such as Hound and Ripper, may be an allusion to the first official usage of dogs by British police forces, in which they used a pair of bloodhounds to try and track down the serial killer Jack the Ripper. Is that true? Is that the first time that dogs were used by cops? There's no way. That sounds like an anecdotal story. Alright. Canine monsters are depicted as humanoid police agents with features of canid-based mythological creatures, except for Jokul and Lantern. I don't know any of those guys yet. Which appear to be ice and fire elementals instead. Sure. The Xyz monsters representing them transformed into more monstrous versions of themselves. The Xyz monsters' names are in quotes, suggesting that they're code names. So it's like Spiral, a little bit. You know? I'm getting like Spiral feels, but with more of a furry kind of element. So the main deck monsters are the agents, and then the Xyz monsters are like their powered up animal hybrid forms. I'm down for it. Each agent has a number in their name, which, aside from that of Lupus, is shown on the card artworks to be stamped on shield-shaped dog tags worn by the agent. Sure, yeah, like a badge, like an FBI badge. I love the cybernetic police deal. I like that about S-Force, too. So this is one of the things that I was saying about S-Force, is like, I like the cop of the future, just kind of like doing my job theme in these archetypes. So if this is anything like S-Force, but with like a slightly more furry bent to it, I'm here for it. I have the deck pulled up here on YGO Pro Deck, and we're going to look at an overview, and then we're just going to get right into the cards. All right, let's get into it. So we have an archetype here of, what is that? That is 6, 12, 13 cards, very reasonably sized. I'm building up for the hero video, guys. And we have what looks like 5 main deck monsters, 3 spells, a trap, and then 4 extra deck monsters. And you can see right here that one of them is that big rank 9 that they were talking about. All of the monsters here are level 5s, so we don't really have a place to start. So I'm just going to go from the top of the page and then start down. We're going to have to do... Yeah, I like that. I actually like that a lot. We are beginning with K904 Noruri. That was terrible. That's not how you pronounce that at all. We're beginning with K904 Nori? Is it just Nori? This is killing me, dude. What are we doing? Alright. We begin with K904 Nori. This is a level 5 Earth Machine effect monster with 2200 attack and 1500 defense. And let's take a look at the card artwork. This is like an Anubis type deal. Like, I see the mask. This is like Red Ninja Anubis. I kind of like it. It has the card effect. If your opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand, you can normal summon this card without tributing. That's pretty good, so it kind of gets around the fact that it's a level 5. Kind of like giving you access to rank 5s without having to like worry about tribute summoning. You can only use each of the following effects of K904 once per turn. If this card is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 non-machine K9 monster from your deck. Crazy, but you cannot special summon from the extra deck except for K9 monsters while you control that monster. So it keeps it like in archetype. It prevents it from being too generic. You can send 1 face-up K9 card you control to the graveyard. Look at your opponent's hand. I don't know that that's worth losing the advantage. Like, I know that they have rank 5s. I don't know that you would want to sacrifice a K9 card. It does say card, not monster. So maybe you do like a spell trap in order to get like a look at your opponent's hand. That is nuts. That's a super powerful normal summon. So like if you're going first, your opponent has a bunch of cards in their hand. You just normal summon this guy, and then you can special summon from deck, and that enables your Xyz plays. It seems like it's walking Ash bait, right? Like if you Ash or Imperm this, then... I mean, I'm sure they have some extenders, but that seems like a pretty vulnerable choke point. I think this is a ridiculous card to start with. I really like this card. Super powerful normal summon. Like, the level of power that a normal summon has to have in order to be competitive over the years has just gone up and up and up. That's crazy. That's awesome. All right, moving on to the next card. What's up? What is up? Yeah, so Grim Reaper, we are doing an emergency I refuse to read stream because I got called in to go to work tomorrow because someone called out a Medic 3, man. So we need someone to work Medic 3 tomorrow. So I'm on 8 to 8 tomorrow, which means I'm not going to be able to stream. And if I don't do this tonight, I'm not going to have the footage to cut down for later in the week. Yeah, but if they ash it, a certain other card comes out to play. I'm sure that's the case. We'll move on. We'll move on. All right. Up next, just moving from left to right, we have K900 Lupus. That's not a 0, right? Is that supposed to represent, like, infinity or something like that? Why are the zeros crossed out here, but not on the card artwork? That doesn't make any sense. This is... Oh, dude, this is like Alucard, right? This is like a vampire for sure. I know it says Lupus, which says, like, wolf, but that looks like a vampire. This is a level 5 Earth Beast Warrior. Dude, we were just going over Beast Warriors. Effect monster with 2300 and then 200 defense. Really weird defense value. It has the card effect. An Xyz monster that has this card as material gains this effect. Dude, I love monsters that give the Xyz monster that you like summon them with effects. That's crazy cool. It's like a Utopia monster, or it's like a oh my god, what's the Utopia monster? Theta from the Greek alphabet? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got Master Duel as like background noise. I had people asking for background noise as I do this, so I'm gonna see if this hopefully it's not like too overpoweringly loud. All right. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of a like one of the Utopia monsters that just like gives the effects to their material. I think that's super cool. So, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. So basically, you can like special summon this guy from deck off the first guy, and then that gives targeting protection to your Xyz monster. I think that's pretty cool. You can only use each of the following effects of Lupus once per turn. During the main phase, if your opponent has activated a monster effect in the hand or grave, this turn, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, but banish it when it leaves the field. I don't think that counts if you use it as material. I think if it's a material and then you detach it, I don't think that that occurs. During your opponent's turn, you can, quick effect, immediately after this effect resolves, Exceed Summon using this card you control. That's crazy. All right, so this is the, ZS monster. So this is what I've been told about these cards, is that they kind of have like a turn 0 element to them where you can play them on your opponent's turn. This is what it's talking about, where if they activate a monster effect in the hand or grave, you special summon this guy, and then it's banished when it leaves the field, and then you can quick Exceeds. So if there's another one that does that, or if you have another way of getting into it, then you can like Exceed summon going second on your opponent's first turn. That's crazy. And then the card gains like targeting protection, which makes it like a little harder to out. I think this card is nuts. This is super cool, right? Like, I have to be right. No, I think that this card is crazy. First two, we're like 2 for 2 on really strong monsters. The first one doesn't have a special summon condition, but Lupus's is nuts, and I'm sure that you have other ways of getting into it. Alright. Moving on to the third main deck monster, we are just going to go straight down. We have K966B Lantern. This is a level 5 Dark Pyro monster with 2000 and 1900, and the card art on this guy, dude, this looks like an Edge Runner's character. Does it not? Like, it does he looks like he's like chromed out head to toe, blasters, and I don't know what he replaced his like abdomen with, but holy cow. Super cool, I really like it. Has the card text. If your opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand, you can normal summon this card without tributing. You can only use each of the following effects of it once per turn. If this card's in your hand, you can target one level 5 non-pyro card monster in your grave. Special summon both it and this card. But they cannot be used as material for the Exceed Summon of a light monster? Is that... Don't tell me that's like Infinity, right? Is it like Cyber Dragon Infinity? Like to prevent you from summoning it? That's crazy. During your main phase, you can add 1 K9 spell trap from your deck to your hand. That's nuts. Hold on. Does Norori negate the effect? If this card's normal summon, special summon a non-machine from your deck, but it doesn't negate the effect. So you can go like Norori, summon Lantern, go Lantern, add a K9 spell trap. So you just like normal summon. Norori gets better the longer we go. Like the more cards we read, the better Norori gets, because like the stuff you can special summon from deck just gets better and better. It was meant to lock out number 67, but the deck abused it enough to ban it anyway. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's so weird that they would go out of their way just to keep you from special summoning Paradise Smasher, as though that's a card that they're like really tied to. I don't know, it might be an anime thing. Yeah, no, I agree. Thank God they banned it. Holy crap. Oh. Well, this card is ridiculous by virtue of how easy it is to special summon off Norori. I like that so many of the cards have that like normal summon clause that lets you summon them a little bit easier. I think this is great in the late game because you can normal it and then get another card from grave, and then you can start like making plays. And I think that you oh no, so wait, hold on. Oh, I was a little bit incorrect. If this card's in your hand, you can target in grave and then special both. It's not on like normal summon. Oh, that's even better. So this card is just an extender from hand. You top deck this in the mid game or in the late game, and you can just like make plays. And because it doesn't require you to like immediately rank up, you can just like add a spell, then Exceed Summon, and you're just off to the races. This card's crazy. This is the best card that I've read so far. And it's better because of Norori. Like, Norori is obviously insane. But Lantern is nuts because you can just like play this at any stage of the game. That's nuts. That's really, really good. Holy cow. Alright, we are moving on to the fourth main deck monster. This is K966A Jokul. Jokul. Is it like Jackal? Is that the joke? It will be added. This engine might be better than Fiend. It might be better than Fiendsmith. Yeah, you're not lying. This is a level 5 Dark Aqua monster with 2,000 and 1,900, so the same as the Pyro. If your opponent, the card artwork is like, I'm not getting Cyber Police from these guys, right? Like, I know I said Edge Runner on the last one, but I'm just not getting a Cyber Police vibe. Like, is there a police agency on the planet that would allow their employees to dress like this? Look, I've been in public service my entire adult life. You're not allowed to dress like that. She has the effect. If your opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand, you can normal summon this card without tributing. You can only use each of the following effects of Jokul once per turn. Reveal this card and another level 5 in hand. Special summon both. They can't be used as an XC summon of a light monster. Dude, it's like Frog the Jam. If that really is like to prevent them from doing Paradise Smasher nonsense, then that's so many hoops to jump through just to prevent people from doing that. During your main phase, you can add 1 non-Aqua canine monster from your deck to your hand. That's crazy, because you can add Lantern. And Lantern, yeah, if it's in your hand, target a monster in grave. Holy cow. Do you just play a billion of each of these cards? Like, I don't even know what your ratios would look like because they're all so crazy. Like, I want to play 4 of every card. This thing is nuts. It special summons itself easily. Like, there's so many ways to get canine monsters into your hand that you can, and even if you don't, you can just normal summon it and then special summon any of the other 50 guys with like a crazy special summon condition. This card is nuts. I really, really like this. I'm excited for these spell traps. I think that the spell traps are pretty nuts. Someone in chat goes, Jokul searches Lantern, hence why you play 3 Jokul, 1 Lantern. Okay, well, I could believe that. I could believe that. But I feel like I would want to play more Lantern because that card feels like ridiculous. Maybe it's really recyclable. We move on to the 5th and final main deck monster, dude. Hopefully we are going out with a bang. This is K917 Izuna. That makes me think of Izana, which is the Yosenju monster that draws you a card. Played that in Duel Links all the time, dude. That card was crazy. And it makes sense, because she's like a little cat, rabbit, ferret looking thing. I don't know, man. You got to take those ears off. Look, if you're on the clock, you have to take the ears off. That's all I'm going to say. Take the tail out, take the ears off, wear it after shift. Post photos to like your Facebook or social media of you wearing it. I don't care. You can't wear it and the hat at the same time. That's all I'm going to say. This is a level 5 Earth Warrior. God, Earth Warriors, baby. But it's level 5. You can't search it off Rhoda. Oh, brutal. With 2,100 and 1,600, I do not understand these attack values at all. I don't know what this is supposed to represent. It has the effect. If your opponent has 2 or more cards in their hand, you can normal summon it without tributing. You can only use each of the following effects of K917 Izuna once per turn. During the main phase, if your opponent has activated a monster effect in the hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. If it's normal or special, you can Foolish a canine card from deck to grave except itself. So it has the same effect where you can special summon it on your opponent's turn, and then it foolishes. So I haven't seen anything that activates in grave. Like, I've seen cards that interact with the grave. I haven't seen anything that actually activates in grave. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, because that, as we like go through the spells, that could be super relevant. Lupus does? Lupus does? Alright. Izuna send Lupus. Lupus revive, and on opponent's turn, use Lupus to quick exceed into a rank 5. Ah, that makes sense. So you play 3 of this, right? Because you want to open it. For sure you want to open it. That is nuts. So this is like your starter that lets you get into everything. Let me go back into Lupus real quick. Oh, yeah. During the main phase, if your opponent has activated a monster effect in the hand or grave, you can special summon this card from hand or grave, and then you quick exceed. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow. Dude, that's nuts. That is crazy. That is so good. What a main deck monster lineup. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And look, I'm not going to pretend like I know enough about Vanquish Soul to see like how these all played nicely together, but these are crazy collections of monsters. I don't know. I'll have to take a look, obviously, but I don't know what the ratios would be. Let's get into the spells, because we have 3. We've got, what, 3 quick plays? No, we've got 2 quick plays and then a continuous. Let's start with the continuous. This is a case for K9. The card artwork is just like we're in Night City. Like we're just wandering the streets in Night City. It's partitioned off. Something bad has happened. No one knows what. That's why we need our detectives. This is a continuous spell that says when this card is activated, you can add 1 K9 monster from your deck to your hand. Stupid. Stupid. It's so good. K9 monsters you control gain 900 attack during any turn in which your opponent has activated a monster effect in the hand or graveyard. So they all just become huge. If this card is in the spell, if this card in the spell and trap zone is destroyed by card effect, you can set 1 K9 quick play spell from your deck or grave. So that just lets you like punish your opponent off them destroying this. You can only use this effect once per turn, and you can only activate 1 per turn. Who cares? This is tanky, but better. It's like tanky with an attack boost, and then it punishes your opponent for destroying it. It kind of actually is like literally tanky, because it's an attack boost on a continuous spell that searches a card. It really is. This is tanky. That is sick. This card's crazy. Holy cow. All right, we have... Oh my god. Boys, what is going on? K9 LC Release Restraint. Isn't that a Gearfried card? Isn't there a Gearfried the Iron Knight Release Restraint? This is a quick play spell that says target 1 K9 Exceeds monster or 1 rank 5 any rank 5 Exceeds monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck 1 K9 Exceeds monster with a different name by using that monster you control, and then it's Exceeds summoned, you transfer them. It's like a rank up, but not. You just tag out. At the end of the battle phase, if your K9 monster battled this turn, you can set this card from your grave. Why? Why? It's like they give it crazy effects, and then they just give it more. They're like, no, more crazy effects. Yeah, it's cool. You can tag out from extra deck on a card that you can search by breathing. And you can foolish this card off of Izana if you've already got everything else. Or Izuna. Is Izuna? Yeah, Izuna. Izana is the Yosenju. So you could like send it and then set it from grave and then do it on your opponent's turn as like a form of interruption. That is nuts. We're not going to talk about what's going on in the card artwork. What is that face? That is not like determination or pride or anger or anything like that. I genuinely don't know what is going on in the card artwork. But it's still crazy. It's like a quick effect tag. It's like Book of the Wall, except better. That's nuts. All right, we have 1 spell left, and then we have a trap, and then we'll move on from there. We have... Whoa, that's cool as shit. That's pretty sick. K9X Forced Release. This is a quick play with, like... Is that Lupus? I imagine it's Lupus because it's a wolf. Just, bah, big dude. Going crazy. This says, during the main phase, target 1 K9 Exceeds monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck 1 K9 Exceeds monster with a different name using that monster you control. Very similar. Then you can destroy 1 card that your opponent controls. Okay, so hold on. What's the main difference between this and the last one? I gotta pull this back up. What is the main... During the main phase... So this has to be during the main phase, but this can be done during the battle phase? But this also pops a card? Okay, I mean, they don't seem that different, right? I mean, they're both good, right? Like, you just, you play 1 and 1 of each because they're super easy to recur and search if you need them? Or do you not play Forced Release at all because it, like, doesn't help you OTK? That, I don't know. I don't care, dude. I think the card artwork is worth playing on its own. Like, I think it's enough that you just play it. All right, let me go through chat before we get into the trap. In VSK9, what you did is you made Nash Knight effect attach 2 to attach 104 and anything you want. Then rank up into C exceeds Nash Knight, then effect to rank up into... Oh my god, that's too much work for me. I don't know about that. Okay. That makes sense. No, I think they're still good. The quick plays aren't as good as the continuous, but I think they definitely, like, see play. You can get access to them whenever you need them. The last main deck card that we have in this archetype is going to be the trap card. Canine Ew. Canine Ew? Ugh. Canine Ick. Canine Yuck. Special Release Experiment. This is the Aqua and the Pyro. And they're kind of like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, right? Like, isn't that what this is? This is a normal trap that says special summon one canine monster from your hand or grave. Then you can special summon one canine Xyz monster from your extra deck using it. So it basically is like a rank 1 or a link 1, but you have to use a trap in order to enable it. That's cool. But destroy the special summon monster from the extra deck during the end phase of the next turn. That's fine. During the end phase, you can banish this card from your grave. This is the effect that matters. Target a canine quick play spell in your grave, set it. That's fine. I think that's okay. I think it's probably worth playing so you can foolish it, but I think that you have enough access to the quick play as it is. Maybe you don't play the trap. Yeah, I don't think that you play the trap. I don't think that the trap is good enough to see play. I gotta be 100% honest with you. The card art's cool. I like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but I think I might have to call this one a miss. Yeah, too slow. I could agree with that. Yo, what's up, Vincent? Good to actually see you on a stream, dude. I know this is a little impromptu. I got called into work tomorrow, so I'm actually not able to do the live stream that I wanted to do tomorrow. So we're just doing this and trying to refuse to read. I'm going to try and edit the video on shift tomorrow because that's the kind of job I have. So we're doing a Red Bull. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure. When I heard your first voice for the first time, how did I know you had long hair? What does long hair voice sound like? I don't know. I've had it for a while. It's been a couple years now. Yeah. I agree. Not enough. Just simply not enough. Moving to the extra deck. That is the entirety of the main deck at a glance. We have 4 Xyz monsters, and 3 of them are rank 5s, and 1 of them's a 9, so obviously we're going to start with the rank 5s. We have, now, I've learned that this sample means that it's not released yet in the TCG, which technically means that Nori is not released either, so addendum that. This is K9 666 Jax. How much you want to bet that's going to change? You think the TCG is still going to censor 666? I think so. This is Shark Boy and Lava Girl. This is a continuation of the trap. They're like going face to face in this one, and in this one they've actually fused into their ultimate form. This requires 2 level 5 monsters, and then says, oh, and it's got 2600 attack and 2500 defense. Can't forget that. It says, if this card is Xyz summoned, or if your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand or grave, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 monster on the field. Destroy it. That's a quick effect, right? It doesn't read like a quick effect, but I think it plays like a quick effect. You can only use this effect of K9 666 Jax once per turn. So you quick summon into it, then you get to pop a card. A K9 Xyz monster that has this card as material gains this effect. During any turn in which your opponent has activated a monster effect in the hand or grave, any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is doubled. So if you use the quick play spell to rank up on top of it, then you're like doubling the battle damage of that card. I think that's fine. I think that's pretty good. It's like quick effect popping on your opponent's turn. And I'm sure it's super easily summonable. Like I'm expecting a bit of a lower power ceiling for these Xyz monsters than you would normally get, because they can all be like quick synced turn 0. So I'm sure that kind of like counterbalances the otherwise low power volume that I'm seeing so far, at least on this card. This card's fine. You don't play it because it's not out yet, but you will someday. Next card we have K900 Hound. I have to admit to you guys, I think this is cool. I don't know what that says about me. I don't know if that like reveals too much of my inner 13-year-old boy. I think that this card is fucking cool, dude. I think it's super badass. Wait, which card isn't played? You're telling me Hound isn't played? This is the card that isn't played? No way. This is the best looking card in the whole archetype, dude. There's no way. I refuse to believe that. It's a light, so its own archetype locks it out. I don't give a shit. It is, to be fair. I don't care, dude. I'm playing it. This card's awesome. I don't even know what it does. This is a level 5 light Beast Warrior. Back to the Beast Warriors. With 25 and 25. It's a Dark Magician. Requires 2 level 5 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects the turn it was special summoned. I wish it was kind of forever. I don't know why it has to just be the turn it was special summoned. Each time your opponent activates a monster effect, this card gains 500 attack when that effect resolves. Can't be destroyed by battle. Gonna go up to like 9,000 attack. Makes sense. Once per turn during the standby phase, you can detach 1 material from this card, target a card on the field, banish it. That's pretty good. You could, like, during the draw phase, use the quick effect, and then now, when you go into standby phase, you can banish a card off of it. That's pretty good. I am reading. Yes, Slayer King, I am reading. We are doing an emergency reading session. Emergency reading for this week. Please watch the video anyway when it comes out on YouTube. I know that we're here, but I'm gonna like trim it up. I'm gonna make it pretty. I'm gonna edit it. So I do kind of want you guys to still watch the video. Regenesis stats, true, and it's a light, which I think the Regenesises are as well. Hell yeah, and it looks awesome. All right, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this guy. My not reading chat evaluation of this card. I think this is fine. I think that you can... I don't know, man. You banish. It banishes. Banishing's good. I think that the attack gain effect is mid. I think that the protection doesn't make a lot of sense considering you're not going to run over it by battle because it's going to be like 4,500 attack. And I wish that the protection lasted longer, but I don't know. You still might play it. Apparently not, though. Apparently you don't. We move on to the third extra deck monster and the second to final card in the entire archetype. This is K917 Ripper. This is the Izuna evolved form. This is her. She hit level 32. She's got her final form. She did the opposite. I said you're not allowed to wear the ears while you're wearing the hat. So she lost the hat but kept the ears. That was you got the wrong vibe from what I was trying to go off of that advice. She's got 2,300. Oh, this is a level. Jeez, this is a rank 5 Wind Warrior that requires 2 level 5s, has 2,300 and 1,800, and the card effect. You can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 K9 card from your deck to your hand. Crazy. Then, if your opponent has activated a monster effect this turn, you can set 1 K9 quick play spell from your deck or graveyard. Yeah, so even if they're not that great, you still play them. Just so, like, they're so easily searchable. When your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand or grave, quick effect, detach 1 material from this card, negate that effect. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. This one's awesome. So... it's a once per turn. That's good. At least it is a once per turn negate. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you can just, like, going second with the K9 cards, have a negate on your board. You have, like, a 1-card negate going second. You haven't even played yet, and you've got a freaking Omni on the board. It's not an Omni. It's only a monster effect. That's fine. It's still really good. Wow, wow, wow. It searches, it sets a quick play, and it's a negate. That's nuts. I love this. This is super cool. This card is nuts. So this is probably the first one you make. This is your, like, on your opponent's turn, you lost the dice roll, you open up freaking Izana in hand, Foolish Lupus, then you overlay into this guy, now you've got a negate. That's sick. I kind of want to play this. I really want to play this deck. Oh, man. Crazy, crazy cards. We have 1 left. We already have 1 left. How long has this even been going on for? How long have we been streaming for? It can't be that long. 43 minutes? Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to trim this down. That's fine. This is going to get heavily trimmed anyway. No, yeah. 43 minutes? Yeah. No make Vimana. I don't know what that card does. I've never read that card. Sorry. Alright. Hey, focus. Dude, focus up. Focus up. We're trying to not read here. I'm not trying to read that. I'm trying to not read this. The final card in our Jesus. The final card in our archetype is the rank 9. Make that make sense. I don't even know how we're making this. Maybe, I don't know. K9X. The old Dak Prescott. The old Dez Bryant. K9X. The old Dez Bryant werewolf. I don't know why werewolf is in quotes. That's a werewolf if I've ever seen a werewolf. This is a rank 9 light Beast Warrior effect monster with 3,300 attack, 2,500 defense. Requires 2 level 9 monsters, and then says, while this card has material, it can attack a number of times each battle phase up to the number of materials attached to it. Crazy. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, then activate this effect depending on whose turn it is. Love it. It's like, I love modular effects. Your turn. Banish up to 1 card each from your opponent's field and grave. Crazy. Opponents, look at your opponent's hand and banish 1 card from it face up until the end phase. Oh man, that's awesome. It's like a hand rip, but you don't really lose card advantage because you get the card back. It's just like disruption. That's a really good way of doing it. I think that's a good way of doing hand rip effects. Like, I didn't mind... What was the one? I didn't mind a Pointer of the Red Lotus. Like, why are we... punishing cards that don't even, like, hurt card economy? I understand it's interruption or whatever, but this card's sick. And then you can only use this effect once per turn. How are you making this? How do you make this card? That's what I want to know. Is it just through the quick play spells? Is that the only way to do it? Chat saying that you make this on your opponent's turn. I believe it. I believe it. The effect on your turn is pretty crazy too. I mean, look, banishing and then getting to just run over everything is nothing to scoff at. Plus, you can make it untargetable if you make it with, what is it, Lupus? I think it's Lupus. Holy cow, guys. Holy cow. What an archetype. Dude, Justice Hunters is insane. I thought when Ryziel and Malice came out, I was like, when are we going to get cards more powerful than these? And they just keep upping the ante all the time. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If I'm being 100% honest, I don't know where I think we go from here. But I like that I like this card design. I think that this is interactive, fast, recursive, a lot of grind game. But the ceiling is low. Like, am I crazy? The ceiling on this is not super high. Like, you're not floodgating your opponent out of playing the damn game. You're not... There's no auto win effect like with the Exceeds Dragon Cannon Buster idiot that just like blows your opponent out and makes them give you $50. This is just powerful, recursive, and strong. Is it fair? Is it fair to say it's fair? Yeah, I really like the way that this deck works. It feels like it does everything that it wants to do. And it lets you do it, even if you lose the dice roll, so you're not just helpless watching your opponent combo. I think that this is awesome. I think this is better than Yummy, by the way. This is way better than Yummy. I'm very much looking forward to this last week I read, because Yummy was not that fun to play. It's just like special summon forever. Who cares? It's a little unique. This is way more interesting. So I can't wait to actually get into this deck. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Please subscribe. Keep an eye out on future content if you guys like what you saw today. And remember to watch behind your ears.